Hello YouTube, welcome to my channel. I am the Nerdy Novelist and today we're going to be doing the Breaking Dawn Part 2 review. Sorry I haven't posted a video in a while, I've been busy. So on Saturday the 17th of November I went to see Breaking Dawn Part 2. I wasn't allowed to go to the midnight showing. So first I'll do a non-spoilery review just for the folks who hate spoilers. So if you read all the books and you like them, then go see it! You probably already have. In general, I loved the film, and Breaking Dawn Part 2 did stay very true to the books. Now, if you've read the books and you don't like them, you probably won't like the film either. Books are always better than the movies. But you can still go, just make sure you have a very open mind. So now for the real review. That's a tongue twister. Real review. At the beginning of the film, honestly, I was slightly disappointed, but I found it far too rushed. The Hunt was one of my favourite chapters. I've probably read it like 1,000 times. I love how wild Bella is and finally being able to see how vampires actually hunt, and also how much self-control Bella has. In the movie, that was totally understated. I was looking forward to how Jackson Rathbone would act out Jasper at that part. But of course, he was totally cool with a newborn vampire holding a half-human baby. Then there was the CGI. Let's just face it, it was terrible. I mean, do you know how much money is being pumped into this franchise? It's crazy, and I would expect something more. And you know when Bella jumps for the lion, or whatever it is, she looks like she's Superman or something. She's just flying like shh. I mean, normally when you jump for something, you just go like shh. But no, you just go shh. I know she's going super fast, but still, you know, it still would apply, wouldn't it? And they didn't do the best jobs with Renesmee. I mean, you could tell that they were just filming without it. They were just like, oh, here's the baby. And then they just stuck a picture of a baby on top. Well, it was not a picture. It was better than that. But still. Yeah, so basically the beginning was a bit of a letdown. Also, Bella really adapted too quickly into a vampire. I mean, when you're changed into a vampire, it's kind of a big thing. You can see 100 times better, which they did really well, and you can hear, well, you didn't really get that, and smell and all those senses are so much bigger, and you can run faster and all of that jazz. But she didn't really seem that surprised or shocked of her newfound strength or anything. Now enough with the negatives, on to the positives! And there were a lot of them, don't worry. It was really funny when Bella got really angry at Jacob and she's just pushing him around and everyone's like, oh, shouldn't we intervene? We don't want Jacob to get hurt. And then Edward's just like, oh, he'll be fine. And they're like, but, you know, he could like break some bones. It's kind of painful. Oh, nah, I'll be okay. You know, Bella's doing great. Also, Alex's powers, you know, the dark sort of misty, smoky thingamajiggy, you know, it was awesome. I never thought of it that way, but it was still awesome. I mean, I guess because it's film, you need to be able to show it, because it'll be a bit boring if it's just invisible. So there's where all the CGI went, into misty smoke. Well, I'm not complaining. Along with Benjamin's powers of water and the earthy stuff when it swirls and up. Oh, it was epic. And then when Zafrina shows the Brazilian jungle and all those little cute little monkeys. Aww. Yeah, that's why I remember the cute little monkeys. That just shows how my brain works. And then Bella's powers. I'm conflicted about this because it's very different from what I imagined, as well as Alex's powers. But again, it's really hard to visualize, to put on screen, and Stephanie Meyer did a great job explaining that in the book. They did an okay job showing it on screen. It wasn't terrible or anything, it wasn't amazing. They could have done better-ish, I don't know. Just tell me what you think. And one thing that's really been bugging me, when the Cullen family are like, oh, okay, we have to tell everyone now you're dead. And Bella's like, oh, we have to tell them tomorrow. Like, really strict, like, business-like. I mean, she's not sad or anything. Everyone she's ever known is going to think she's dead. Well, except from the Cullens and Jacob and the Wolfpack. But, you know, everyone else, all the humans, even her parents. Her parents, does she even think of how much pain she's going to put them through? Sorry, this is moving around the story a lot, but back to the positive! The cottage was absolutely beautiful. They did a great job bringing the cottage to life out of the book. And now to the casting. They did a great job with Garrett and Benjamin and Zafrina and Zaina and so many. And Dracula 1 and 2, as Jacob put it, they were incredibly creepy and funny with their Romanian accents. Perfect! And now to the most epic part of the film. Personally, my favourite and the most heart-wrenching part of the film. Now this is going to be a huge spoiler to the people who haven't watched this and are going to watch it. Just cut it from here. Stop now. Like, I'm one of those people, when people say that, I'm just gonna watch it anyway. I don't care. Not knowing this made the film so much better, so much more surprising and epic and heart-wrenching, amazing and joyful. So much better. So just stop it now. Don't say I didn't give you a fair warning. Okay, so the battle. When you see Arrow's hand holding Carl's head, and then they just set fire to his body, and then you see Esme's face. Like, heart-wrenching pain. I was mortified. And it wasn't just me. Everyone in the cinema was... They couldn't speak. Some of them gasped or screamed or squealed, and I didn't know anything about what was going to happen. So I just told myself, okay, it can't get any worse. So this is just to start it off. It needed something to start it off, so they just used that. And this is what was going through my mind at the time. And then Jasper, then Seth, and then I think Leah. I can't even put it into words. I was on the brink of death. Okay, so maybe that is an exaggeration. And then, even when Arrow was about to die, I had no idea what was going to happen. Nothing was giving it away. And then, it's all a vision. And the whole cinema was overjoyed. I felt this immediate sense of happiness and merry and relief. Everyone started clapping except for me. I was just in a state of shock. How can they just pull my heart out and then just this? It was unbelievable, and I don't know who wrote it. I heard that like Stephanie Meyer wrote that scene. Wow, you really have done it. Wow. And Arrow's face after he saw his own death before his eyes, sort of terror and Nahil and everyone, oh my god. Yeah, I have to say, the battle scene in the movie was better than the book. Something was better in the movie than in the book. And then at the very end, when Bella shows Edward some of her best memories, I'm so glad that they kept that part. And it just gives a perfect ending to the saga of movies. Just giving like almost a summary of all the movies and showing how far they have come from the first movie. And how they ended the movie with the last paragraph of the book, it was just perfect. Just to show where it all came from. One woman just had a dream and thought, oh, I'll just write it down. And it became this craziness. So I stayed to the very end of the credits. I have this really weird thing where for my favorite movies, I have to see all the credits, everything, at least once. I don't know why. I was quite thoughtful how they incorporated all the actors from all the films at the end. I loved this film, and now I'm kind of sad that it's ended. Harry Potter just recently ended, and it's just too much, really, for me to see the Twilight Saga end. I would give this film in general a 4 out of 5 stars. And the only reason it lost a star is because of the CGI. But if I could just rate the battle scene, it would be up there, like in the hundreds or something. Now I guess I'll just have to wait for Catching Fire and Mockingjay, and then it's the Beautiful Creatures series, which is going on movie, which is going to be the next big thing or something. Then of course there's The Host. and The Mortal Instruments, and The Lorien Legacies, Legend by Mary Lou, and Divergent by Veronica Roth, which I heard have movie rights or something. I mean, this is never going to end. It's going to be a continuous cycle of waiting for these things. Hope to see you soon. Like if you liked it, comment if you have something to say, subscribe if you want to see more of my face. And as always, keep reading!